Hello, this is Ankit Sharma, founder of All India Solar, and you are watching All India Solar. This is the weekly news segment of All India Solar, where we let you know what all has happened in last 1 week of Indian solar industry. So let's start with the very first news, which is coming from Indian Army. Indian Army has launched their very first solar power plant in Sikkim. This power plant has been established with the collaboration of IIT Mumbai. The team of IIT Mumbai was led by Professor Prakash Ghosh, and with the help of Indian Army troops, this power plant was set up. The power generating capacity of this power plant is 56 kVA. It is established at the altitude of 16,000 feet. It is using vanadium based battery technology to store the power. Moving towards the second news is coming from our neighbor Bangladesh. India is going to help them set up their 100 megawatt of solar power plant. We know that India is pushing towards setting up a domestic solar manufacturing industries. Not only that, India is also helping the neighbor countries. India is giving soft loans of $131 million to Bangladesh government to set up their 100 megawatt of solar power plant. Moving towards the third news is coming from Haryana. Haryana state government has released a draft of their new solar policy. As we know that Haryana is an agriculture based state. That's why it has a lot of constraint on the land availability for the solar projects. The land cost is very high. The acquisition of land is very tough because we know that solar cannot be installed on agricultural land. It can only be installed on a barren land. And the availability of the barren land in Haryana is very low. That's why the land acquisition cost is very high. To solve this, Government of Haryana is focusing on rooftop solar and small scale distributed solar solutions. And for this, they have released a draft and they are inviting the experts and the policy makers for their suggestions. Haryana government has stated that they are going to promote solar in the agricultural sector and they are going to solarize the EV charging stations as well by giving better incentives, and that is a very good thing. The fourth news is coming from Anupam Rasayan and Cipla Limited. Now, pharma and chemical based industries are venturing into the solar sector. Anupam Rasayan is setting up a 12.5 megawatt of solar power plant to use its power in its own manufacturing unit, and at the same time Cipla Limited is also setting up a 30 megawatt of solar power plant to power up its two manufacturing units in Maharashtra. The motive is to reduce the carbon footprint, and the only way to do is venturing into solar, which is a very positive sign for the Indian industry. The fifth and the final news of the week is coming from Gotham Solar. Gotham Solar has installed solar water pumps for the farmers at 1,000 different locations in Haryana under the Pradhan Mantri Kusum Yojana. Now, why only Gotham Solar has able to achieve this target? That's because Gotham Solar is the only company in India which has in-house capability of manufacturing all the component of solar water pumps. It means farmers do not have to run from vendor to vendor for different solutions, and because they have in-house manufacturing capability, they were able to manage the steady demand rate. On the other hand, farmers are going to get all the solutions, whether it's a maintenance solution or after sale service, everything at one place. They not have to run from one vendor to other vendor. So these were the top 5 news of Indian solar industry which happened in last 1 week. We'll get back to you next week with all other updates about Indian solar industry. We also publish all this information on our portal, that is www.allindiasolar.in. You can check it out as well. Thank you.